Hey guys, it's Sean. Sorry I haven't made a video lately. I've been sick for the past week, and it's just horrible. I'm doing this week's video for Sunday, and it's to choose a random page from one of the three books, read it, and discuss it. So, I'll be using my collector's edition of The Hunger Games. I just got it in the mail. I randomly selected it earlier today, and doing the part where the Katniss just cut down the tracker jackers, and she's waking up after she was hallucinating, and she's kind of having like a slow day. So, let me get to the page. Alright. Here it is. How long have I been out? It was morning when I lost reason. Now, it's afternoon. But the stiffness in my joints suggests more than one day has passed, even two possibly. I'll have no way of knowing which tribute survived that tracker jacker attack, not Glimmer or the girl from District 4, but there was a boy from District 1, both tributes from District 2 and Peeta. Did they die from the stings? Certainly if they lived, her last days must have been horrid as my own. And what about Rue? She's so small. It wouldn't take much venom to do her in. But then again, the tracker jackers wouldn't have had to catch her. She had a good head start. A foul, rotten taste pervades my mouth, and the water has little effect on it. I drag myself over to the honeysuckle bush and pluck a flower. I gently pull the stem in through the blossom and set the drop of nectar on my tongue. Through the sweetness spreads through my mouth, down my throat, warming my veins with memories of summer and my home, woods, and Gale's presence beside me. For some reason, our discussion from what the last morning comes back to me. We could do, What? Leave the districts. Run off. Live in the woods. You and I, we can make it. And suddenly, I'm not thinking of Gale, but of Peeta. And Peeta. He saved my life, I think, because by the time we met up, I couldn't tell what was real or what the tracker jacker venom had caused me to imagine. But if he did, and my instincts tell me he did, what for? He's simply working the love boy angle he initiated at the interview? Or was he actually trying to protect me? And if he was, what was he doing with those careers in the first place? None of it makes sense. So I focus on the one really good thing that's happened since I landed in the arena. I have a bow and arrows. A full dozen bow and arrows if you count the one I retrieved in the tree. They bear no trace of the noxious green slime that came from Glimmer's body, which leads me to believe that might not have been the holy real. But they have a fair amount of dry blood on them. I can clean them later. But I do take a minute to shoot a few into a nearby tree. They're more like the weapons in the training center than my ones at home. But who cares? That I can work with. The weapons give me entirely no perspective on the games. I know I have tough opponents left to face, but I am no longer merely prey that runs and hides or takes desperate measures. If Kid were break through the trees right now, I wouldn't flee. I find I'm actually anticipating that moment with pleasure. But first, I have to get strength back into my body. I'm very dehydrated again. My water supply is dangerously low. After about an hour, I find a stream, shallow but wide, and more than sufficient for my needs. It sounds hot and severe, so while I wait for my water to purify, I strip down to my underclothes and wade into the mild current. I'm filthy from head to toe. I try splashing myself, but I eventually just lie down in the water for a few minutes, letting it wash off the soot. Blood and skin has started to peel off my burns. Refreshed, I treat my burns again, braid my hair back, dress in my damp clothes, knowing the sun will dry them soon enough. Following the stream against its current seems the smartest course of action. I am traveling uphill now, which I prefer, with a source of fresh water not only for myself, but possible game. I easily take out a strange bird that must be some form of wild turkey. Anyway, it looks plenty edible to me. By late afternoon, I decide to build a small fire to cook the meat, betting the dusk will help conceal the smoke, and I can quench the fire by nightfall. I clean the game, taking extra care with the bird, but there's nothing alarming about it. Once the feathers are plucked, it's no bigger than a chicken, but it's plump and firm. I've just placed the first law over the coals when I hear the twig snap. In one motion, I turn to the sound, bringing the bow and arrow to my shoulder. There's no one there. No one I can see anyway. Then I spot the tip of the child's boot just peeking out from behind the trunk of the tree. My shoulders relax and I grin. She can move through the woods like a shadow. You have to give her that. How else could she have followed me? The words come out of my mouth before I can stop them. You know, they're not the only ones who can form alliances. So, yeah. My opinion on that. I like that part a lot. It's not like my favorite part or anything, but I just like it because it's a calm part. It's like right after this big, huge, action-y part comes this slow, calm part leading up to when we meet Rue, and I love Rue. So, yeah, I like it because it's kind of her showing her having like a normal day, and she's also trying to piece everything together because she's not sure what's going on. She's trying to figure out if Peeta's good after what she thinks he's done. She's trying to figure out who she's killed. She knows she's killed Glimmer, but she's trying to figure out if everybody else is dead. She's trying to figure out if Peeta's dead. She wants to know how it's gonna play out. So yeah, I like this part just because it's a calm part. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any news that I have. Oh, my Hunger Games movie is complete. It's done. It's edited. It's exported. Now I just need to put it on YouTube. But yeah, bye. May the odds be ever in your favor.
I love Katniss Everdeen.